Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my update for August for the hashtag Tea Project Pan 2021 that was set up by Kat Hailey from the Beauty News. I'll have them linked down below. It is refresh time the next time, I think. I just had a brain fart there. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing how I did, let's get into it. So I love this project. I've been doing it for a few years. If you're not aware, Project Pan is where you work to finish some items in your collection before they go old, die, whatever the reason may be, or put a goal on it. All of mine in this project is to finish. So this time I have 6 empties, thank God. So let's start with the empties, show you the things I'm making progress on, and then show you what I'm rolling in at the end. So the first item that I have finished is the Soap and Glory Sexy Mother Pucker Lip Gloss in the shade Plums Up. The stopper is out. I have to say it was pretty grim when the stopper was out. I used a concealer brush to get the stuff out at the end because I don't have a wand. Apologies if my hair is really oily, it's really hot, and it progressively got greasier looking and I didn't put in any dry shampoo, so we're just dealing with that. Anyway, this gloss is finished. I have the measurements here beside me. So I went from 21.59 down to 20.03. So I used 1.56 grams to finish it, and I had used 1.49 grams the last time. So it was a pretty intense lip gloss month. I think I'm kind of beyond panning something that much. Like, I obviously want to pan something, but in order to finish this, I wasn't using anything else other than the other lip gloss I was panning. I used nothing else. And I'm at a point now, where I want to be able to rotate as well. So like, slow up girl, there's no rush. But anyway, this gloss is now finished. I think there was 8 mils in it, 7 mils in it, and she gone. And it's a really nice formula. It is sticky. What gloss isn't? It's not the stickiest of the glosses that I've used, but I liked it. I found it similar to the Buxom glosses. Second product I finished, I'm so happy about this. This is the Colourpop Lippy Stick in the shade Girl Gang. It is a matte formula. I had 2 of these, so now I have 1. I'm at the point where I was like, I don't need to dig down into it, but I dug down into it. I dug down into it. The whole thing is empty. I don't plan on doing that going forward. I used to do it all of the time. Now I just couldn't be bothered, but I did this time. So lipstick, 9.91 down to 9.39, so 0.52 I went down this time, and 0.15 the last time. Again, I went ham on this, which I don't want to do anymore. I want to be able to play, but I was so close. I don't know what possessed me to dig it out. I was panning this in my 20 favorites in 2020 for the whole year, and it still took me, what months are we in? 8 months, so a year and 8 months to finish this. Mother of God. Now we did have masks on, okay? And I was using this as a bronzer as well as a lipstick. It's a very, very deep, warm brown, and it is gone. It is gone, thank God. So we have 2 lip products out. I thought it would never happen, to be honest. This next one is a declutter. Let me just say first the weights. This is a concealer from Too Faced. It is the Born This Way concealer, and it went from 20.77 and now it weighs 20.48. I went down 0.29 and the last time I went down 0.85. And if I didn't mention the empty component of this lipstick, if you want to compare any of your own, is 9.39. Anyway, I'm so tired of saying this. I know you might be tired of saying this, but you never know who's new here and doesn't know. I don't got no sense of smell properly. I lost it last year in March. I have a bit of smell, but I don't have much smell. This, I'm getting a very pungent bang of gone off yogurt, curdled milk, and paint. Something like that. So Pori hasn't a clue what to look for in terms of scent. So I asked my mom to smell this for me and let me know. And she confirmed that this thing is gone. It is gone. And I do not want to put something that's that explicitly expired, if it's that pungent of a scent, under my eye. Last year, or was it 2020 or 2019, I accidentally put something expired on my eye. I didn't know, and I ended up spending about 500 quid on consultants and doctors to go on steroids. It reacted terribly. So I don't want to risk that again. It is dead. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. But this is definitely gone. It stinks even by my scent of standard. This is gone and I loved it. This was the Thick and Fast Soap and Glory Mascara. I've been using this for 6 months. I don't care. It says 6 months on the packaging. And I used it until I couldn't use it anymore. I would have used it longer, to be honest. I don't care. It's just that it wasn't really doing anything for my lashes anymore. My makeup has been on for hours and I'm very, very melted. So sorry about that. Anyway, mascara, 20.25 down to 20.07. So I used 0.18 to finish it off and I had used 0.72 the last time. I really enjoyed this mascara. I finished 3 of these before. This makes my 4th, I believe. And I didn't enjoy it those other 3 times. But this time, I really enjoyed it. The wand looks the same, so maybe the formula is different. Either way, within the first month of using it, it was the same as the previous times. But after that, it was bomb. It lifted your eyelashes hugely. It didn't, most if not all mascaras, because of my hooded eyes, transfer up there. It didn't really happen that much with this. It happened the odd time, but not much. And it had huge volume. It kind of made it look like they were curled and lengthened. I really was impressed with this. Very surprised. I have 1 more of these in my collection. I get them for Christmas. Hopefully I continue to get them for Christmas, but I get them for Christmas off my mom and my dad or Porrick, one or the other. So that's gone and that is used. And then 2 more. This is gone. I used it a further 3 times. This is the, I think it was 15 uses I got out of this and there's 15 mils in it. This is the Rose Face Mask from Fresh. This is infused with real rose petals. It hydrates, it tones, and it smells like actual rose, not artificial, actual. I would say the smell is strong because I can smell it. And it's so beautiful. I really enjoyed this bad boy. She was gorgeous. It evened out the redness of my skin. It evened out the hydration of my skin. Because I have very oily and then sometimes quite dry. And then it took off the oily slick and just made it like, I hate saying a baby's bum, but like a prepubescent skin that's not affected by hormones, pretty much. It was even everywhere. It wasn't as textured, it was very smooth. I was very impressed with this. I really enjoyed it. I don't wear face masks all that often, but I still would like to have a face mask in order to use every so often. I prefer if I could buy something small like this because then it wouldn't go off by the time I would get to finish it. And then the final product that's been in here for 17 years. This is the Soap and Glory Body Lotion and there's 500 mils in this. This smells like, God, I'm after pinching my hand. It's all gone now. Smells like Bounty. God, it smells kind of gone off now. It did smell, and this is new. I got this for 2020 Christmas. Why would that be smelling kind of dodge already? It says 18 months till expiry. The thing isn't even 8 months. I should have 10 more months in it. Anyway, it smells like nutty yogurt, like creamy coconut milk. Bounty bar. Smells like that. It's quite a moisturizing body lotion. It is fragrance, but I don't think it's one. I have sensitive skin. It was fine on mine. And I have sensitive skin and this was fragrance, but it is a gone. I can't get anything else out of it. It's gone. Yay, 1 more. 1 more gone. I'm doing this rule now where instead of only old products, I'm doing old, new, doing it like that so that everything is getting love. It is progress time. Don't know what song I was trying to do, but anyway, that's that. Okay, so the Cabrow. This is, my list goes in accordance to what's here the longest. So this is here for 3 years. Oh my God, I'm so sick of using it. I've been using the Benefit Cabrow for 5 years now. I finished 1 in 2 years. I'm on year 3 and this thing is not gone. You'll see in the close-up, it's not gone. 27.84 down to 27.80. I used 0.04 this time. And I used 0.8 the last time. It's very, very good value for money. Let's just say that. It's in the shade 2. I use it on the outside of my brows, like to kind of frame the outside, because at the moment it seems a little bit dark for me. I don't know, it just does. Probably not in the winter as much, but I felt in my brow with it today and it felt in person a bit more stark. It's very dry. It's very dry. Before I smushed it up just with like a spatula, like a metal one, and it worked fine. But I feel like if I do anything with this, it's just gonna break. But I have been using it like nobody's business. Porrick bought this for me for Christmas. He had no idea idea. He knew what it looked like. He went into the shop and he asked for something that looked like a quill drive, which I believe is a tool. And I don't think anyone knew what a quill drive was. I haven't a clue what it is. But then he pulled up a picture of a quill drive to the shop assistant, who immediately knew from looking at it. So anyway, fair play to him for figuring that one out. Bronzer. Okay guys, so I rolled in my my Franken bronzer, which is 3 bronzers from my Makeup Revolution bronzer palette, which we'll all see. It is the last bronzer in the palette, which I believe will confirm all figures at the end of the year, which would mean I'd finish 7 or 8 bronzers by the end of the year. I'll show you where I was the last time on her. I haven't looked at where she was the last time. And then I'll show you where I am now. And I feel like I've gotten some great use out of it. I really like this bloody Franken bronzer. And they were 3 dark shades and 1 light shade or something. Shades that I couldn't use, but together they make beautiful, beautiful child. I used it 19 times since you've seen it the last time. I went from 49.61 down to 48.27. So I went down 1.61 this time and 1.63 the last time. There's a little corner here because it got so thin in this corner and I couldn't get it, that I used that with an eyeshadow brush in my crease just to get some use out of it. I'm actually going to be sickened when this is gone because I really like it. It's so buildable, it's not intense, it's so handy on this. It's just such a nice color. I'm so happy I frankened these together. Like, I feel like I'm going to have to repress it because even though you see this out as far as here, it's so thin. It's only thick up at the ridge. Maybe I should repress this. What do you think? Should I repress this? Honestly, thoughts. Really like this Franken bronzer. Can't wait to round up my video at the end of the year to see how many bronzers we end up finishing. Granted, a lot of them are minis, but the year before it took me a year to finish 2 of the small pants. Right, what's next? Blush. Okay, so for blush, I rolled in the last time. I rolled this in the last time and I rolled in the Tropic Equinox, the cream blush shade. I'll show you where I was. Nothing major happened here. And let me show you where I am now. A foolish decision, but I don't regret it. I am panning 2 cream blushes, whereas before I was panning a cream and a powder, so I could layer if I wished. However, I'm balancing my time between 2 cream blushes, which I don't mind because I really like up to 2. I used this 8 times. I don't think I'll hit pan in this. What I said was I'm going to use this until the end of September. My intentions, it still seems like those are my intentions. And then I was going to roll back in the powder I've been panning for the whole year to try and finish it. But I wanted to use this while I was in the summer because this is what I was really feeling. There's not going to be a dip in it because I use a Beauty Blender sponge and I tap evenly. I'm not concentrating that sponge anywhere, even though it's slightly, a little bit in the middle, but I'm trying to go down evenly. I ended up reaching into the cream highlighter as well. The cream highlighter is very smushy. It's very, very, very sticky formula. If you don't like sticky, this is sticky. Particularly the highlighter. The highlighter is very sticky. So I used it 8 times. I didn't count how many times I used the highlighter. And I went from 58.20 down to 57.76, which is 0.44. And I'm really happy that I did roll this in because it's getting use and I really enjoy this product. Don't think I'll hit pan, but I'm so glad it's getting use. I am just absolutely all over the place. Is it ever a video where I am not all over the place? Right. Okay, so for highlighter, I brought in the eyeshadow from Makeup Geek called I'm Peachless. Let me show you where I was the last time. It is the pink side. The goldy side is the shade Voltage. They're the duochromes. I had pan in it and I repressed it into here. And here is where I am now. So I used this 18 times. I actually dipped into this side as well. I mixed them. My goal is to finish the pink side and then I finish this. I don't know what I will do with this after because I used so much of this, because this was in an eyeshadow pan and I used a load of it. I just don't like that shade on its own. I'm either going to just be done with it or then start mixing that with something else. I'll see. But the goal is to work on the pink side 18 times and I went from 52.87 down to 52.57, so I went down 0.03, and the last time I went down 0.45, which is this. I am so slow, if not slower at highlighters than I am at blush. I don't know why, I just don't use that much. I use them all the time. I'm one of those people who still use them all the time. I just don't use all that much of it. which I don't mind, but for the last couple of years I actually tend to use eyeshadows as highlighters more than anything else. And this is officially broken, so once this one is finished, this will no longer be used for frankening, which I tend to do. If anyone is watching this video and doesn't know what franken means, it's kind of like, you know, Frankenstein. So basically we're the doctor and we're creating new shades, creating new shades out of products we already own by mixing them together to make something that works for us or that we enjoy more. This next product is driving me in frickin' insane. This is my powder. Look at it. This is the RCMA No Color Powder. There is 3 ounces in here, which is what I think it's 85 grams. I don't know. I went down a smidge, all right. Oh, I went down a smidge. This wasn't representing any movement earlier today. Even though I bust it down to make sure there's no powder up there, it's just Russian roulette as to whether it shows. This morning, didn't look like this. Now it does. I haven't a clue why, but this thing is moving down so slowly. Look, wait until you see. 76.50 is what it was the last time. And I'm 69.49. I used 7.01 grams of this in this update. And I used 6.2 grams the last time. That's a pile of product. I don't know why I use so much of this powder because I don't overuse it. I put it into a lid and I use every single bit of it. Even though I was panning a loose, wow, I just zoned out. I was panning a loose sample that was like 1.15 grams, which took me ages. And yeah, I used 7. But anyway, it's very good value for money. It is, it's good value for money. It's just taking me so long. Such good value for money. It has a bit of white cast. Would I buy this again? Actually, no, I wouldn't, because it's quite messy and I would have to use it with something else. And before now, I was doing my makeup in work. So that is too much effort. Also, I use this predominantly under my eye and it does give a white cast, which is fine when I'm at my fairest. It's not quite noticeable, but any other time it's too white. Anyway, I've used a pile of it. I started using this in January, so now we can say we're more than halfway. Okay, let me have this. I have this one in here. This is the Revolution Pro CC Perfecting Foundation. And 35.40 down to 30.24. I used 5.16 grams this time, and the last time I used 5.69. I'm surprised. And also, there must have been an air bubble because I used similar amount and the difference is phenomenal. There's 26 mils in this. This one is in the shade F0.5 and it is way too white for me right now. At my Fake Tannist, this is my deepest shade in foundation and this works for me on its own at the moment. So I'm using this as almost a mixer in between fake tans and or sun to try and use it, because I can never use this on its own, and particularly now it's very, very hard. I don't know why I did this at this time of year, but we're trucking along. Will I finish this by the end of the year? I hope so. I hope so. It'll be a bonus foundation. I normally finish 2 foundations a year. If I finish that, it would bring it up to 3 this year, which would be great. We have 3 things left. It got away from me. So we have this primer in here. It's only small. It's the Stellar Brilliant Primer. There's 7 mils in it and I'm down to here. It is a pore film primer and I got this from Elaine. I love this. I really like this. This has a pink, I don't want to use it. It has a pink color. It's pore filling. It's kind of silicone-y, but it's not as silicone-y as the Benefit Porefessional. It's not as silicone-y as the Benefit Porefessional, but I really like this. Where can you get Stellar? I want to find a good gripping primer. Is my boobs out? Sorry. Anyway, I'm really enjoying this. My pores are like massive at the moment, so there's that. And then this product, I wrote this in the last time. This is my brow pencil. It still weighs 4.58 grams. It is from NYX. It is in the shade Taupe. Perfect. I love it. Hello, Zuli. I really like this. It's a micro brow pencil. I got my eyebrows waxed this month. I used to get them threaded, but down here they don't have anywhere that threads. There's just a place that waxes. She did a great job in terms of what I like. And when my eyebrows are unruly, I find it very hard to do my eyebrows with a pencil, but when it's shaped, this is perfect. I really like this, and there's a spoolie on the other side. I really like this pencil. I'm so sick of using that bloody Benefit Brow. I just want to use this on its own and just let me enjoy it. But also it's so hard. Also, I'm also annoyed because I've been panning it for 3 years nearly. I don't want it to die before I get to it, finish it. And then the final product, and then we'll do our roll-ins, is this spray. This is the Molton Brown Cocoa and Sandalwood Home and Linen Mist. However, I spray it on my clothes and wear it. I like a perfume. And this is how much I've gone down. So this, I should have used this when I got it, when I bought it, because that's when hello Momo! I like the smell of this. Spray it on my clothes. It is quite nice. I just want to use other things. So I'm really looking forward to this being gone. I would say I have another 3 months, which sucks. I don't want to take 3 months, but I'd say I have another at least 3 months of this. I'm sick of it because I have a plan for when I roll that in and I'm excited to do it, you know, but I'm not leaving this like this. This needs to go, Steph. Right, it's time for rolling in. So in place of concealer, this is a tough one because all of my concealers now are new to my collection because I finished them all bar like that one. So I'm rolling in the Benefit Boing #1. And it's too light. I need something to spot conceal because I'm dealing with hormone situations driving me insane. I don't even know if I can fix it until I go to a consultant. There's an issue I had. It's a long story. It's a long story. Anyway, I need to cover my pimples. This is too light right now to cover my pimples, but it's the only shade that I own that I feel like would work at least under my eye, irrespective of the skin shades that I can reach, the skin tones. I don't know until at my very fairest, until I get to my very fairest, but so far it seems to work at all shades. However, the stipulation is, and I mightn't invoke it, is when I get to my fairest, I might roll in my fairest shade of concealer so that that's getting worked on, since I don't have many and I want to keep it rolling. But anyway, there is 1.3 grams in here. I'll weigh it after this. I have been using it. I do like it. God, my face is melted. I do like it. It is an industrial strength. I don't think it covers a lot, but it doesn't cover my pimple like at all. I have 2 pimples here, massive giant ones, and they're not covered like at all. So I don't know, but that's going in. I've been enjoying it under my eye. For mascara, I'm rolling in this Anastasia Beverly Hills Lash Brag. I've been working on this for a couple of weeks now since I finished that last one, and I'm absolutely loving it. This is a natural bristle wand. I thought it would be too big for my itty bitty eye, but it's beautiful. It's really nice mascara. I'm really enjoying it. It is lifting those bad boys up. It is not in first place like the Ilia, but it's definitely up there in favorites. I am so loving this. I'm so happy that I'm using this. So this, I better weigh this as well, because it technically only counts from now. Okay, and product number 3 is going to be for lipstick and lip gloss, and I thought that this would never come where I'd finish a lip gloss and a lipstick at the same time to be able to do this. I hope this is not a decision I regret. This is the MAC Vamplify. I don't know, is this meant to be a lip gloss or what the hell is this meant to be? It's in the shade Tuned In, but it is such an incredibly pigmented lip gloss that I wear it on its own. It is the most pigmented lip gloss I've ever seen in my entire life, if it is. I have it on, it's kind of coming off now. I'll just put it on again. It is a deep brown though. That's what, see, the reason why I'm afraid I'll regret this is because I just finished Girl Gang, which was such a deep shade, and I was so sick of it. This smells nice, it smells like food. Vanilla. There's 5 mils in it, or 0.17 fluid ounces. I'm going to weigh it after this. There's no windowing, there's no nothing. It is a deep, cooler tone brown. It's not quite warm. What is going on? But anyway, I'm rolling this in. I hope I don't regret it, but I didn't think I'd get the opportunity because I'm going to be using this in place of lipstick and lip gloss, because they do both things, you know. And then the final product I'm rolling in is in place of the body lotion, and it is this Molton Brown Cocoa and Sandalwood. There's 300 mils. This one is old. This is probably, I believe this is my oldest body lotion in my collection, so I'm going to use it. I think it's discontinued as well. It used to be my favorite scent from Molton Brown, so I'm glad that I'm at a point where I don't really care now that it's over. I love sandalwood, you see. I love the scent of sandalwood. So this is what I have rolled in. There's 300 mils. I wonder how long it'll take. I have been using it since I finished the other one, so I wonder how quick that this one will go. But I like Molton Brown. I prefer a body butter to a body lotion personally, but I really like Molton Brown. Then the final one, I'm not going to bore you with this, but in place of the face mask, I'm rolling in my samples because I want to get use out of them. So I'm not going to go and list all of these off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post a number on the screen of how many I have that I'm rolling into this project. And then next month, we'll see how many we've used up in that time. And maybe I'll talk about them then. Because I don't know, I think it might be boring for you to be like, I have that. Nobody cares. But I just want to make sure that I'm using them. So we'll see what number I have and what we have at the end of the month. So this is just a few that what I've been doing is I've been keeping the moisturizer ones at my work desk. So that's what I'm doing. I'm placing them in strategic places so that I can get a good view of it. And some of these samples are like the same one over and over, so you get a good idea of what the product is like. I've like 5 or 6 of the same product, so that's good. Anyway, that is my video. If you're doing this project, let me know. If you want to watch other people as well, the hashtag, excuse me, is clickable. So that is my update, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you the next time. Take care. Bye.